How do you feel when you have to wait for something you really need? What if it was something you couldn't live without? What if your life depends on this? This is Anis, an elementary school student from Georgetown, found in an accident on her ride back home from school one day. When brought to the hospital, she was diagnosed with cardiac arrest that was caused by her failing heart. The only solution, ladies and gentlemen, was an immediate heart transplant. When news broke, a teacher from her school contacted the students' parents, informing them of a potential candidate for a heart donor for their child. After a successful surgery, it was shockingly revealed that the heart had belonged to the teacher's deceased son, and that he was fulfilling his last wish to become a donor when he died. Ladies and gentlemen, I was so touched by this story, I did some research on this topic, organ donation. And what I found was shocking. Although Anis's story had a happy ending, but so many do not. There is a dire need for organ donors in Malaysia currently. The Malaysian Medical Council in 2016 stated that organs donated such as the heart, lungs, liver are needed for successful organ transplantation. But unfortunately, there are not many people who are willing to donate their organs. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, it is important for you to become an organ donor. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason I'm standing here today is because I would like to encourage you to become an organ donor, because as we speak, there is a shortage of organs for transplant, and this can lead to death to patients who are on the waiting list. I'm going to tell you the reasons why Malaysians are reluctant to become organ donors, how to become an organ donor, and the advantages that you'll get from being an organ donor. Firstly, ladies and gentlemen, the problem is that there is a lack of awareness among Malaysians of the importance of organ donations. Let's look at this chart from the Ministry of Health. This chart shows the type of organs donated in Malaysia between the year 2009 to year 2014. As you can see, the highest number of organ donors is in 2011, whereby a total of 91 organs were donated in this year. However, the number of organs donated decreased gradually in 2012 and 2013, whereby only 75 and 66 organs were donated respectively. 2014 has the lowest number of organs donated, with only 25 organs donated for this year. Ladies and gentlemen, it has come to my attention that this chart shows that most Malaysians are not aware of the importance of becoming organ donors, and this is reflected in the dwindling number of donors from year to year. Ladies and gentlemen, the second problem is that, as I mentioned, the number of donors are getting lesser each year. The number of people on the waiting list for organ transplants in Malaysia is increasing each year. According to Dr. Jaya Indran, the Health Ministry Deputy General, the number of organs have never been sufficient to meet the demands, and the waiting time for the patients continue to grow. As of early 2016, there is an estimation of 19,600 Malaysians waiting for potential organ transplants. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, a total of 20 plus organs available compared to 19,600 individuals in need for it. I ask you to think, ladies and gentlemen, how will these individuals have a fighting chance to survive in this situation? Third reason, ladies and gentlemen, why most Malaysians are not organ donors is because Malaysians tend to shy away from the good organ donation brings to the society. In the year 2014, an estimated 12 to 15 registered Malaysian organ donor candidates had their decision thwarted by relatives. This was due to the so-called family veto. Ladies and gentlemen, the family veto enables the family members to prevent organ donation even if the deceased person had registered to be an organ donor. According to National Transplant Resource Centre, the family veto can prevent a donation request from proceeding for almost any reason, and no matter how emotionally clouded or even where it is based on religious or philosophical beliefs the deceased would never have agreed with in the first place. However, I strongly believe that the decision to prevent a donation from proceeding by using the veto can significantly reduce a high percentage of potential Malaysian organ donors and without a doubt affects the recipients. Ladies and gentlemen, it is as if you are denying them the right, the chance for them to live. Surely, by now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that the need for young and active people like you to become organ donors. But you might be asking, well, how can I make sure my organs are donated after I die? Let me tell you. This is how you go about making sure your organs are donated. First of all, tell your family about your decision to be a registered pledger so that your wish of donating your organs will be fulfilled. Sit down, have a heart-to-heart talk with your family about your decision and have them understand. This step is important and very crucial, ladies and gentlemen. This will also make it easier for your family to allow your organs to be donated when and if the time comes. If they do not know and they don't understand your decision, your wishes may never be carried out. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, visit any government medical hospital registered under the Ministry of Health, Malaysia. According to the National Transplant Resource Centre, there are a few steps to follow. Step 1. You need to complete a full medical and psychosocial evaluation and also be fully informed of the risks involved. Your decision to be a donor should be completely voluntary and free of pressure or guilt. Step 2. The living donor advocate will assist you in understanding information regarding the process. The donor advocate is not involved with the potential recipient evaluation and remains independent of your decision to transplant. Do you know that you can change your mind and decide not to donate your organs at any time during the evaluation process? Don't worry, your reason not to donate shall be kept confidential. Now I can see that some of you seem to be interested in becoming organ donors. However, I do see some of you who are still in two minds. Allow me to persuade you more by telling you of the advantages of becoming organ donors. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, becoming a donor is seen as a selfless, altruistic, and noble act. You're helping others in need without getting anything in return. Besides being beneficial to you, the donor, donating your organ can also benefit your family. How, you might ask? Many donor families and recipients find comfort in knowing a part of you is alive in someone else's body. Donor families tell us that the act of donation helps them in their grieving process. It does not take away the pain of their loss. However, it does help them to know that someone else is alive because of their loved one's donation. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, donating your organs can be one of the most important decisions you can ever make and also the greatest gift you could ever give. I've told you about the need for organ donors in Malaysia, how you can become an organ donor, and finally, how you and your family can benefit from your donation. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine your father or mother on a waiting list, waiting for a heart transplant. Imagine your brother or your sister waiting for a kidney transplant, and there are no organs available for them. How would you feel? That is why being an organ donor is important, ladies and gentlemen, and that is why all of us should be an organ donor. Thank you. Any questions from the audience? Yes, please. Okay. Yes, I am an organ donor. I've registered for 5 years already and I've never been proud. Thank you.